As a sales professional in the pharmaceutical industry, I meet many different unique individuals, from nurses, doctors, patients, and receptionists. As an avid traveler, it's not uncommon to meet new faces and learn about their jobs, their homes, their families, and depending on the destination, their different ways of life. As a proud resident of the natural state and a social person by nature, I find it thrilling and humbling to meet new people. Their trials, tribulations, goals, dreams, and aspirations that lead them to where they are have inspired me to dig deeper and share their stories with you. These individuals aren't famous musicians, actors, sports figures, or politicians. I'm here to provide a platform and shine a well-deserved spotlight on the average Joes, 9-to-5ers, and the men and women who work their hardest to help make this big, beautiful planet turn. My name is Dalton Blaine, and these are Everyday People. Hey guys, it's your boy Dalton here, Dalton Blaine, your host of Everyday People. And I have kind of a situation that I wasn't sure if I was going to record or try and document. Still don't know if I'm going to post it, so if you're seeing this, congratulations, I took the plunge, the jump. But we've got a situation. I'm going to a concert tonight at the Robinsons. My first time being in there since the update. Very excited about it here in Little Rock, Arkansas. There's also another young lady very excited about it by the name of Paige Bowers. Paige is a friend of mine from back in my high school days. Very first job working the Cinemark movie theater in Conway. And I'm talking about the old theater, not the one that's built now. They tore the old one down, but she was my manager. Paige was a very sweet girl back then, and back then even went through some hardship. And by hardship, I mean she lost her dad at a very early age. But she introduced me to Ben Folds. I hadn't really spoken to her in years, and a couple of months back, well, I guess it's been a little while now, I got news that her and her mom's house had burned down. Paige had already been dealing with some medical issues, back problems, things of that nature. I'm not sure of all the specifics, but I did know that she was going through some tough times already. Because she was disabled, she was unable to work. Her mom and her house burned down. And when I reached out to her, this was after her house had burned down, but I got with her and her mom. I was able to donate some clothes. We weren't able to do a whole lot, but we did what we could to help. But I saw that Ben Folds was coming to Little Rock, and I knew that Paige had introduced me to him. She introduced me to a lot of great artists that I still listen to today, including Ben Queller, the Decemberists, a bunch of great artists. So she was the first person I thought about. I reached out to her. All I did was invite her to the concert, guys. And you would thought that I had given her the utmost kindness. I mean, you would have thought I handed her $1 million. I mean, she texted me, she called me. She was on the verge of tears. She couldn't believe that I had remembered that she introduced Ben Folds to me, that I considered calling her. And for me, it was just as easy as saying, hey, we're going to this concert. Do you want to go? And so I thought about it, and I was like, this is going to be special for her. I reached out to another friend of mine by the name of Rachel, because I knew she was a fan. She was going to get tickets to go to the concert too, and Rachel mentioned that I should do something to make the night even more special for her. Reach out to Ben Folds' management team and see what we could do about maybe getting a meet and greet, getting something, just to show Paige that life's not all about downtrodden and fighting uphill. There's always a silver lining. You just got to keep hope, and you can find it sometimes in the most unlikely of places, even a friend of yours from years back. So I sent an email with the help of my wife to Ben Folds' management team, and I didn't hear anything for a while. But we were lucky and fortunate enough to hear back from Mike and Amanda. They gifted us with 3 free VIP passes to not only meet Ben Folds, I say not only, as if that's the smallest thing, but we get to meet him. We get to get a photo done with him. We get to enter the show early and hear the sound check, and shop merch early. A couple of other things that I just can't remember offhand right now, but if you had heard Paige or seen the text messages she was sending me, I just know that this is gonna blow her mind. With everything going on with the floods and then the storm hitting the Gulf, the damage in Houston, it's something that I feel like I should share. For all those suffering right now. I know it's not directly related, but For all of you out there who have family members who are affected by the storm, who are dealing with those things right now, just know that sometimes you can find hope and a silver lining in the most likely of places. And I hope that there are people out there who know that you don't know how far the ripples of your decisions go. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Like I said, I don't even know if I'm going to let this video out. But I'm hoping maybe I can set the phone up in my car, get an interview with her, tell her it's for my YouTube channel, Everyday People. Maybe this will be the first episode. I'm falling behind, guys, I know. But I'm gonna set it up in my car, see if I can interview her, see if we can talk about some of those personal things. And then she has no idea about the VIP thing. She just thinks she's going to the concert. We have general seating, and that's all it's gonna be. But I told her we needed to get to the venue early to get parking. You know, I think I maybe said something about having will call tickets we needed to pick up. But either way, I'm going to set this up in the car. I'm going to interview her. It's going to be kind of a casual conversation, and then we're going to go to box office. I'm going to get the VIP tickets, and I'm going to explain to her what's happening. Hopefully get her reaction. Obviously, I'm going to get her permission before I post anything. I don't want to give her personal information out without getting her permission first. But I hope she lets me post it, because I think this is not only something special I can do for her, but hopefully can spread the love. Everybody can see it, and you know, hopefully feel inspired to do something special for either the people that are dealing with the floods and the storms in Houston, or just people in your life you know who are dealing with it. And if you reach out, you'd have no idea how much that's going to mean to them. So guys, just stay tuned. Hopefully you'll see us in the car next. This is going to be fun. I'm excited about it. And either way, this isn't about getting any type of thank you. This isn't about me doing it for attention. This is about Paige. This is about doing something for somebody who's gone through a hard time, not just in the recent past, but through her whole life. So Paige, if you get to watch this, just know, girl, you know, we're all busy. We all have careers. We all have jobs. We all have things going on. But I do think about you. I do love you. That goes for all my friends who might be going through something. We're all trying and fighting in this life. So keep your heads up. Keep your chins up. I'll see you guys here in a second. We're live on North 430. I'm your host, Dalton Blaine. This is Everyday People, the show where I interview everyday people from all walks of life. Hashtag different strokes, hashtag different folks. We're on our way to what right now?
We're gonna go see Ben Folds.
Ben Folds,
That
that's
is
right.
true.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yes.
My guest today, Paige Bowers. Paige,
Hello, people. And
thanks for coming on the show.
No problem. Thanks for having me, Dalton.
How do you feel?
I feel absolutely pumped. I'm pretty stoked about this, I'm not gonna lie.
That's good. So let's talk about Ben Folds. When did you first discover the artist known as Ben Folds?
The artist known as Ben Folds. Let's see. I was introduced to the Folds when I was 15, and I'm currently 31, so that's a long ass time.
16 years of listening to Ben. Do you recall? Because you introduced me to Ben when I was just, you know, a young nubile in high school.
Yeah, it's true, I did.
Working at the Cinema 6 in Conway, Arkansas.
That's right. Cinema 6 for life.
Shout out to all our old Cinema 6 peeps.
What up?
So you introduced me to Ben Folds there.
I did.
But who introduced you to Ben Folds?
My dad.
Your dad?
Yes.
Okay.
And my ex-boyfriend. So it's easier to think of.
Yeah.
My dad, yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool. See, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he likes all the greats.
Yeah.
Talking Heads. So he saw the Talking Heads open for Bruce Springsteen, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, he liked Brick, and that was Ben Folds 5's first big hit. So
That's right. Well, it's cool that you say that, just because, I mean, not that I'm thinking of your dad as, you know, at the time being an old guy, but, you know, I feel like Ben Folds was maybe kind of for a younger generation at the time. I don't know.
no, it's true. He was a huge music, movie buff, book reader. He's always stayed current. Like, I remember when I started listening to the Flaming Lips, and I told him, I was like, you gotta listen to this band, they're awesome, right? And he's like, oh, I've been listening to them for years. And I was like, geez, I cannot get one on him. He knew, like, all these, like, obscure independent artists. Then I'm like, why aren't you telling me about these guys? So then once he knew that I was interested, because you have to understand, like, before Ben Folds, I was NSYNC all the way. Like, I went from being super nerdy, like seeing NSYNC on the first row screaming, you know, to like the complete opposite spectrum. I mean, I guess the only more radical it could have been was liking rap. I don't know.
NSYNC, so you were NSYNC all the way, not a Backstreet
Oh my
Boys
gosh,
fan.
no.
So your dad introduced you to Ben Folds. Very, very cool.
Thank you.
It's cool because obviously Ben Folds is cool, but it's also cool because your dad passed away at an early age, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I was 19 when he passed away. So,
Yeah.
that's actually why I moved to Conway, thus meeting you.
Where'd you live before?
I lived in, well, I was going to school at Arkansas Tech, so I was living at Arkansas Tech, and my boyfriend at the time was going to Hendrix. So I saw my old manager from Tinseltown, Miss Jones.
Okay.
She was at Walmart, and she said, hey, I could use a manager at the theater in Conway, and I just said, F it, I'm gonna move to Conway, closer to my boyfriend,
Yeah.
work at the theater, and drive to college, and that's what I did.
There you go.
And that's how I met you.
And the rest is history.
Indeed.
You introduced me to a lot of great artists, some that I still listen to today. I recall, Ben Queller.
Yes. They made an album together, The Bins.
That's right, yeah, that's right. And then the Decemberists, you introduced me to them as well.
They're still awesome.
So it was an easy decision. I hadn't spoken to you in a while, really.
It's true. Not since my house burned down.
That's
and
right.
You and your wife were really awesome to me and my mother. So thank you for that.
Well, it was lucky for us too, kind of, that we even knew about it, because, we wouldn't have been able to help if we hadn't heard. And I'm not sure how Mike found out about it. Shout out to Mike.
Mike Longo, what up?
What up, Mike Longo? But yeah, so I hadn't seen you in a while since like you said, your house burned down. And when was that?
Oh, like 3 years ago. Maybe 2. How long was it?
Was it 2 years? Was it that long ago?
Well, the place that we're at in Bryant now, we've been at for a year.
Yeah.
So maybe a year and a half, 2 years. I don't know.
Okay.
It feels like forever ago, but
Wow, for me it feels like it just happened like a couple
so
months
much
back.
has just happened since then,
So I call you when I find out that Ben Folds is coming to town, text you or something.
Well, technically, everyone starts all of a sudden, I start getting all these flyers on, my wall,
Yeah.
and it's the paper airplane tour, and you sent one, and you're like, by the way, you're going with me, whether
Yeah.
you like it or not, pretty much. I got your ticket, and that's kind of how it happened, and then we've just been talking about it ever since, so it feels like
Yeah.
a long time coming.
Well, you're literally the first person I thought. I was like, oh, of course I've got to go to Paige. And this was kind of a big deal because we don't get great artists
No.
like this to Little Rock ever.
This is rarity.
But we don't get great Little Rock or artists to Little Rock. We get the big pop artists, the big country artists.
Yeah, the money makers.
Yeah.
You don't get to see, unless you want to go to Chicago, after my senior year, I went to Lollapalooza, and I got to see the Pixies, who had reunited, which was awesome. Weezer, Dashboard,
Nice.
Ben Queller was there. It was all these artists in one place. It
Yeah.
was almost like a modern day Woodstock, but there's
Yeah.
no one like that in Arkansas hardly.
But hopefully with the reconstruction and remodel of the Robinson, we'll get an opportunity. There will be a renaissance of good artists that come through. I know some great comedians have already come through, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But we are going to see, so kind of change of pace here, talk about something else. So I hadn't seen you since the house burned down. I called you, talked to you about the Ben Folds concert. You're like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
We're on our way there right now. But in the past, I guess, year since that happened,
Yeah.
what's been going on?
With me?
Yeah.
Well, I've mainly been going to a lot of doctor's appointments with my mom.
Yeah.
She went in for her regular mammogram. We didn't have any no idea whatsoever that we had any reason to be suspicious that she might have cancer, and it doesn't even run in our family. And then we found out that she had breast cancer, so we've been going to different specialists and whatnot, and she had one surgery 2 weeks ago, and then she's having a mastectomy probably the first of next month, so
Okay.
lots of doctors.
So dealing with some stuff. So this is hopefully going to be a little silver lining in a tough
Oh, absolutely.
couple of years. And on top of that, you've been dealing with some back problems, right?
Yeah.
So what exactly happened with that? Because
I have degenerative disc disease, and it's something that you're born with, and it's where the disc in my back deteriorates, so my spine sits bone on bone.
Oh man.
And yeah, so I've always had it, but my L5 was completely gone, so I didn't have anything in between it, and I had to have surgery where they fused my spine together and put in a couple of metal plates, so now I avoid metal detectors. So, I mean,
so what happens if you absolutely have to go through a metal detector then?
I mean, like, I have documentation that there's metal in my back, but I don't know. Surely it's not strong enough. I don't know.
Well, you look pretty dangerous, so surely they're going to stop you.
Well, when I flew to Chicago one time, you know how they randomly pick the sketchy-looking people to, like, pat it down? No kidding. Like, the family I was with my best friend from high school. Yeah. That's when we went to Lollapalooza, and the mom I was close to, she goes, "Watch it, they're gonna pick Paige." And I was like, "No, come on." Sure the fuck enough, they pick me, and I get patted down in front of everyone, thus my humiliation.
That's funny. Well, what did they find?
Nothing. I have black hair, and I wear black, and I wear black because, you know, people always say, like, "Oh, she's so gothic." I'm like, no, do you not hear that thing, like, black is slimming? Like, what's wrong with that? With a little chubby girl wearing black.
That's too funny.
But I guess I look like a bomber or something. I don't know. I'm very dangerous, people. Watch out.
Well, Paige, I appreciate you coming on the show, speaking to me for a little bit.
Anytime.
We're going to go to the concert tonight. We're going to have a great time.
That's true.
And I hope that we'll have many more memories like this to come. I know that we haven't been in touch as well as I had hoped we could over the years, but you know, we all get busy.
Well, you're married now.
Go our separate way. We're married.
You were like a little 16-year-old boy when I met you, so this is awesome that we get to 10 years after we met.
Yeah.
It's like our 10-year friendship anniversary, and we're rocking it with Ben Folds.
That's right.
Who could ask for more?
Who could ask for more? I know I couldn't.
Not I.
Well, we're going to end it right here, guys. Thanks for watching. You can check me out on Instagram at Everyday People, with the L being the number 1. You can also check me out on Facebook at Everyday People/YouTube. And catch you next time. Thanks for watching.
Good, how are you guys doing?
Doing well. So I was going to see if you would let Paige know what's going on. Are you okay with that?
So you're Paige? Hi, I'm Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
I work for Ben. So your great friend here sent us a message and asked if we could arrange for you to meet Ben today. Shut the fuck up. No, get out of here. Like, I can't breathe. I'm gonna cry. Oh my god.
That doesn't happen in Arkansas.
It does today.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it does today.
So I'm gonna get you a wristband here.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to yell that in the lobby.
I'm surprised. One here. Thank you.
All right.
There you go. I'll go ahead and escort you guys inside here. So
Appreciate it.
you guys are checking in for VIP.